there will be no division in this group. This is how we're wired. This is what we put out there. We're foaming at the mouth for our next opportunity. We better be.
Coach Mike Tomlin opened his press conference earlier today by saying simply the Steelers laid an egg on Sunday Night Football against the New England Patriots. He went over a list of reasons why he came to that conclusion, including deficiency in short yardage situations, bad calls on defense, and also not getting enough from what he referred to as a veteran special teams unit. He said when he met with the team yesterday to go over the film, his message was you have to realize why you had a poor production and a performance, but also move on from it. So now the focus goes to the Seattle Seahawks and the Steelers home opener on Sunday. Let's get right to a list of injuries Coach touched on after the game and today. There is a list here, guys that you knew about following the game. Marquise Pouncey, ankle injury. Joe Hayden, shoulder. TJ Watt, hip. Sean Davis did not play due to an ankle injury. And Juju Smith-Schuster hurt his toe in game on Sunday. The new one, though, is Roosevelt Nix dealing with a knee injury. Now, in terms of the first 5 guys you see on your screen, Coach said some may be limited in the early portions of the week. He was not necessarily worried about their availability for Sunday, but is a different tune in terms of Rosie Nix. It may be a game or 2 that he will be missing for the Steelers.
You know, we have some candidates. You know, we spent some time, as we always do, looking at other options in areas where we don't have a lot of depth. The fullback position is an area that we don't have a lot of depth, so we're not opposed to looking at other people. We spent some time looking at defenders in the spring and summer, but we're also capable of looking at and utilizing tight ends, which we've done in the past quite regularly.
Outside linebacker TJ Watt had 2 tackles and 3 quarterback hits on Sunday, and Mike Tomlin said he also had the green dot, meaning he had the helmet that could receive defensive calls from the sideline and defensive coordinator Keith Butler. Tomlin said they chose Watt for that role because he was the most indispensable second-level defender who was on the field almost the entire time, and he would be able to communicate properly with guys in front and behind him.
Obviously, with the way that we were rotating our inside linebackers situationally, those guys were moving in and out of the game. There would be more fluidity if we had the dot on Watt, and that's why we did it. We'll make those decisions week to week as we define our roles and as we gain traction in that regard. He's a capable guy, good communicator and leader, non-issue there in terms of what he's capable of doing.
The Steelers announced a couple of roster moves earlier this morning. They agreed to terms with linebacker Jeron Elliott, who spent the last week of the preseason with the Steelers. He appeared in 2 preseason games, recording 6 tackles, 1 sack, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers. And another familiar face the Steelers are bringing back is quarterback Devlin Duck Hodges. Duck Dynasty, as Coach Tomlin likes to call him, was signed to the Steelers practice squad where a spot was open because of the promotion of wide receiver Johnny Holton. Also, the departure of Josh Dobbs yesterday, traded to Jacksonville. Now, the Steelers will be returning to the practice fields. Here is a tweet by our good buddy Duck, of course, in the black and gold, number 6, that he wore throughout the preseason. They will be back on the practice fields tomorrow as they get ready to prepare for the Seattle Seahawks, who enter 1-0 after beating the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. So we will have a full report on all of the injuries that we listed and much more coming up tomorrow on Steelers Live at 4. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. Have a great night.